Hey everybody, this is Threshold Training's at-home workout for Friday, June 5th. We're going to go over the workout for in-person at home and speak about different variations there. So depending on what applies to you, you can write that down or you can kind of view it on our website if you're a more visual person. No EMOMs today, so good news for you. We'll still incorporate our barbell if you have it or dumbbells. How it's going to flow on a running clock. Starting at 3, 2, 1, go, you will perform a 15-minute AMRAP of 6 barbell reverse curl to strict presses. Okay, if you're choosing to use a dumbbell, that would be 6 per arm reverse curl to strict press. You will then, after the last strict press, keep the bar up overhead and do 6 per leg overhead reverse lunges, alternating legs. If you have a dumbbell, you're holding the one dumbbell up. See if you can switch it halfway through those lunges. And then we're going to do a 100-meter suitcase carry with a dumbbell. Okay, switching arms halfway, so at 50 meters. So, based on those movements and the length of the workout, the goal is to move at a steady pace. So we're looking for a relatively low heart rate, and we're looking for loads that we can preserve our technique with and we're not rushing the movement. Okay, so for our reverse curl to strict press, you're going to address the barbell with your hands or palms facing you. You will curl the bar, create a bit of a front rack before you press, strict press overhead, come back down and lower the weight back down to your waist. Okay. So as we're strict pressing, we're keeping in mind that our head is out of the way and that we're finishing with our arms locked out, pressed overhead, shoulders are active by pressing into the bar. And then we lower, slowly lower down without drooping the shoulders. So if you go quickly, you'll tend to bend forward or droop forward as you lower down. Make sure you're controlling that weight down towards the ground to complete the repetition. After that 6th rep, we're going to hold the bar overhead. You may slide your hands out a little bit or re-grip here and then press, and we will do our reverse lunges. Goal is to stay tall through our reverse lunges, and we're stepping back enough so our knee is right over our ankle here. Okay, we're nice and active through our shoulders as we press. Our dumbbell variations, very similar. Dumbbell will be by our side. We'll curl it up to our front rack position, press it up overhead, finish in the locked out position, lower it down, lower back down to our waist without drooping forward. You can do this with 2 dumbbells at a time or the 1 dumbbell and then switching sides. For our farmer's carry, we will all use a dumbbell or a kettlebell. We will be walking our 100 meters and making sure that we're not tipping to the side or aggressively compensating the other direction. We are trying not to let the dumbbell influence our posture as we walk. Once we're done that 15-minute AMRAP, we'll take a 2-minute rest and transition time where we'll change loads. If we're using a barbell, you'll need to change your weight if you choose to do so, or you're going to have a plate to use, or if you're using dumbbells, you're going to have a dumbbell to use. How it's going to work after our 2-minute rest. So from 15 to 17 is that rest and transition point. After that, from 17 to 22, so 5 minutes, we're going to do another short, quick AMRAP. That'll get our heart rate up a little bit more than our 15-minute AMRAP of 20 plate taps or 20 dumbbell taps or invisible plate taps. And then 5 ground to overhead with your plate, your dumbbell, or a hang power snatch with your barbell. Okay, that hang power snatch load is 75 for males, 55 for females, so it's light enough where we should be able to keep technique consistent even when our heart rate is high. Our dumbbell taps for today look like this. If you have a plate, you are straddling that plate, jumping on, jumping off, that's 1. Okay, you You can always tap a book or some other similar object if you are at home. That can be used for a plate. For our snatches today, if you're using a barbell, you'll be deadlifting that barbell up. Notice that I have a wide grip and the bar fits in my waist here, okay, at my belt line. From here, I need to make sure I get my shoulders over the bar, not behind the bar. As I set up for my hang power snatch, I'm going to pull the bar into my waist. As I rise, I'm going to come underneath it, launch and catch overhead with bent knees and hips, and stand, and then bring the bar back down to my waist for the next rep. If I am using a dumbbell or kettlebell, I'm going to do a ground to overhead movement. Okay, so ground to overhead can be a clean and a jerk, or it can be a dumbbell snatch. Similarly to a plate, okay, I can clean and press, or I can kind of snatch in one motion. Okay, if I'm using a plate, think of cleaning, kind of curling and pressing, versus just trying to bring your elbows out nice and wide. It doesn't work nicely with a plate just because of how the shape is. Okay, so think of it a little bit more like a curl, like that you would with a dumbbell. Okay, so because we haven't snatched in a while, okay, that's why the weight is light. If it needs to be just the empty bar, that is perfectly fine. Similarly, for the reverse curls, to strict press and the overhead reverse lunges up front, that weight is also designed to be light, so that you can move through the reps without rushing them, but that you can do them all in a row. So that RX weight is just the empty bar. Okay, for 45 pounds for males, 33 pounds for females. So that is the entire workout for Friday. Have an awesome workout and a great rest of your day.